And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kentucky Speedway here tonight for the Integrity Racing Lead Fixed Setup Truck Series live here on ETV Live. Well, I don't know if we're on the radio or not. I'm just so used to saying that from the radio show. But anyways, we're on ETV Live here. Some broadcasting done right. My name is Chad Dalton, and I'm joined up here in the broadcast booth, as always, with Mr. Trevor Cameron. Trevor, what's up, my friend?
Oh no, just getting ready to watch some racing here. Been watching a bit of the practice here, Chad, and these guys have been pretty loose. And I know that you've raced this setup as well, and it's a pretty loose setup. So I'm expecting kind of a lot of what we saw last week with Richmond, where we didn't see a lot of cautions because of beating and bang, and we saw some cautions because of people just losing and coming out of the corners. So it should be an exciting and interesting race tonight.
Absolutely, and just to confirm, we are not on the radio, but, that's etched in my brain. Pardon me for sticking that in there. I'll try not to do it anymore. But anyways, it's great to be here tonight. Kentucky Speedway is a 1.5 mile racetrack. A lot different from last week for the Richmond race that Trevor was just mentioning. So a lot different strategy, but I'll tell you one thing, though, Trevor. Kentucky is very similar to Richmond with the first turn, kind of a sweeping turn, and turn 3 is a very sharp turn. So qualifying has concluded here, and they are gridding up here on the race, or the pit road actually, and we're getting ready to go racing here tonight, Trevor, for 125 laps. And it looks like last week's winner is going to be starting here on the pole, and that number 34 machine, it is Matt Busa, with Brad Patton starting to his outside.
We have the 36 truck of Jacob Fife starting in 3rd position, and Brendan Kohler in the 7th truck and starting in 4th.
Starting 5th tonight is going to be Michael Dole, and to his outside is Matthew Wright.
Starting in 7th, we have the 6th of Bobby Keith, and right next to him, the 31 of Jeff Barger.
The number 91 machine of Cody Kutzner starts off in the 9th position. Jeff Chandler in the number 33 rolls off 10th.
Bruce Koenig in the 69 starts in 11th position, and starting in 12th, we have the 66 of Brian Harvey.
Daniel Holloway going to drive that number 26 truck tonight, starting in 13th. Charles Counts in the number 81 rolls off 14th.
We got Papa Fife driving the 63 truck, starting in 15th, and the number 1, a newcomer to the league, Cole Smith.
Alan Roll is going to roll off 17th. The 94, Marshall Gabel rolling off in 18th.
19th position sees the number 3 of Patrick Davis, and in 20th we have the number 10 of Thomas Ridgway.
Ken Brom Jr., also I believe a newcomer to the league, will roll off 21st. Nick Stoller going to roll off 22nd, and last on the grid, rolling off 23rd, is the 41 machine of Tom Cerrito, I guess, somewhere in there. Apologize if that is incorrect, but that is the field of 23 trucks that we have here tonight, Trevor. And I tell you what, should be a really good race, and of course accustomed to seeing that 34 truck start up near the front and finish there, so we'll have to see if he can lead a bunch of laps tonight and bring home the checkered flag.
Yeah, and we know that Matt Busa is really good at these restarts as well. Pardon my hiccup in the middle of my sentence there. We have a few EULs as well, just to get through this quick. We have Papa Fife, Bobby Keith, Cole Smith, Bruce Koenig, Jeff Chandler, and Alan Roll have all been sent to the tail end of the field. As the pace car gets off the track, and we're ready to go racing here.
And the 34 going to bring him down a little bit slow, but he gets a good jump there, and it's kind of a chain reaction there through the field. An interesting start, to say the least, but everyone is off and rolling, and a pretty good start there from everybody. It's easy to spin the tires here at Kentucky Speedway, so you might have to keep an eye on that throughout the race. But tell you what, Brad Patton and that number 18 machine not letting the 34 get away here on the first lap. He is all over the back bumper of that Gatorade machine.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing this. Somebody being able to stick with Matt Busa on one of these restarts, because he usually just takes off away from the field, but that 18 is giving him all he can handle and is looking the inside to try to make the pass. They go by the start-finish line and going into turn one.
Matt Busa, though, did lead that lap, but not by much, because Brad Patton is going to be the new leader as they come here off of turn number 2. He will clear that number 34 machine and put that 18 truck out front. Here on lap 2, very early going, so Brad Patton might be one to watch here tonight as he's trying to make a run for the victory. So clean first lap, and now, not to jinx it hopefully, but a clean second lap as well there, Trevor. So good start by all of the guys here in the field.
Yeah, and just a side note as well, the 7 trucker Brandon Kohler started from the pit, so he has already put himself in a bit of a position where
we've got a crash, so sorry to interrupt there, Trevor, but we've already got a crash here in turn number 1. It looked like Alan Roll was involved, and there is no caution for the moment. And I'm also seeing the 1 truck of Cole Smith, and Cole Smith has a lot of damage to that machine. Not quite sure what happened to these 2 drivers, but they tangled as they entered turn number 1 here on lap 3.
Yeah, and that caution not coming out there is going to kill Cole Smith, because while he will have a reset and be able to reset that truck and get it back into good shape there, he is going to be losing some laps as he limps it back down to pit road. Yeah,
tough way to start out for him. Like you had mentioned there earlier, Trevor, he is a newcomer to the league. As you see the replay there that Laura Lawson's dialing up for us. Looks like they ran out of room, the 1 and the 94 battling, and the 1 truck took a heavy hit into the outside wall, and in fact went on top of the fence, almost, or at least on top of the wall, I guess. But so that was a pretty wild ride, but of course no caution, as we mentioned, which is a bit surprising. But the leaders continue to race here around this 1.5 mile track, and Brad Patton barely holds a lead over Matt Busa right now, but those 2 have pretty well checked out on the field thus far. They have about a 1 second lead on everyone else.
Yeah, the 94 truck found Roll did not make it back to pit road. I noticed he blew his engine and had to take a tow, so he's going to lose some extra time there.
And the 1 truck of Cole Smith is still on the bottom of the racetrack, limping around, so not sure if he missed pit road or what's going on, but he needs to get that truck down pit road and try and get it repaired.
Yeah, he made it into his pit stall, and then so for some reason the pit crew decided not to come out and service that truck, and he's back out there still looking badly damaged, but appears to be up to speed. So that could be a trick of our eyes here playing, because he appears to be up to speed for more than a truck making that much smoke should be.
Oh, and now we've got another crash, and guess who? It is actually Brad Patton, the race leader. Just spun, and the caution is out. He hits the inside wall on the back straightaway, and that Shuntra Chevy has badly damaged, especially on the left rear, as he spins out, coming out of turn number 2. Not sure if he had any help or not. I don't think he did, Trevor. The leader just wiped out on the back straightaway.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking back there, and no, he just had Matt Busa behind him and just lost it on the backstretch there and made contact with that wall. I mean, that goes to show you. We said these setups were loose and you had to watch for it, and there's a guy who's leading the race and still could not keep that truck under control.
So first caution of the night here in the Integrity Racing League. I would anticipate that we will see most of our leaders hit pit road. Get 4 tires, top it off with some fuel there. So lap 8, and we've already got our first caution.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm surprised here, Chad, because like I said, from your driving experience and me watching these guys, they've these setups are really loose and really hard to handle, and it's kind of like we were mentioning at Richmond last week, where even if you were fast and dominating, you still had to fight each and every turn to keep that truck under control, and that's what we're going to see here tonight, all night long, I think.
And while we've got a moment, as we kind of hurried up there into the broadcast when we came live here, we want to update you on our point standings tonight. Coming into tonight's race, this is the overall championship standings. Michael Dole is continuing to be in first place, where he's been for several weeks now. Has an 18-point lead over Jacob Fife, who is in second. Jeff Barger is third in the points coming into tonight. Matthew Wright sits fourth. Brad Patton, who we just saw spin out there under that caution, came into tonight fifth in the points. Charles Counts is sixth. Jim Papa Fife came into tonight seventh in the points. Daniel Holloway, having a good season so far, is eighth in the points. Bruce Coink is ninth in the points entering tonight. And Alan Roll, who was involved in the first crash, which did not trigger a caution, enters tonight's race in 10th in the points. So that is your top 10 in the overall standings coming into this evening's race here at Kentucky.
Yeah, and actually, while you were going through the points there, I was watching, and the only truck that actually seemed to come down pit road was that number 18 truck to get service on that beaten-up truck. So nobody coming down and getting an early pit stop, getting some strategy going here. So everybody's satisfied with what they've got as far as tires and fuel go.
Yeah, so I'm a little surprised by that, but I guess these guys decided that they didn't need tires this early in the race. I mean, it is only lap 8, but still, the tires fall off fairly decently here at Kentucky Speedway. It's a rough track, very bumpy. As anyone knows that has ever seen this track or watched a race, or if you race here on the iRacing service, you'll know that this track is very bumpy, even all the way down the front straightaway, which is where our leaders are going right now. It's very bumpy down through there, so track is pretty difficult to maneuver around here, but so far these guys are doing a fairly good job, as it looks like our lucky dog for this caution is going to be the one machine of Cole Smith. He is currently shown as 2 laps down, so he's only getting back one of those laps.
Yeah, he lost he lost those 2 laps when he had to limp back to pit road when the caution didn't come out, when he had that accident there. Also noticing that the 7 truck of Brendan Kohler is brought his truck down a lap after the pits have opened to probably just top off. He was at the tail end of the field anyway, so there's no harm, no foul in doing that.
Yeah, and also as we need to mention each and every week here at the Integrity Racing League, they do get that one reset, so if they do happen to get a little bit of damage at some point during the race, they can come down pit road and get her all fixed up with these expert crew members that these guys have, who do a great job up and down pit road. So they have that, but they also have a 4 pit stop limit. So guys gotta make sure that they don't go over that, or they will get some sort of a penalty. So 4 pit stop limit and fixed setups, and I guess 1 reset, if you will, for these guys here tonight.
Yeah, actually, that's a great point to bring up there, Chad, is the fact that that 4 pit stop limit is probably a very good reason why the people even in the tail end of the field didn't come down to top off and and get tires, because that would eat up one of those pit stops, and it's a bit too early in the race to do that. So that probably played very strongly into that. And of course, being a fixed setup league, it's not like they could have gone in there and made some setup tweaks after they got a few laps in to get a feel for their trucks. So so that's probably very much the reason why we didn't see a lot of trucks going down pit road.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Trevor. So just wanted to point out that the 7 truck of Brendan Kohler was last season's winner here at the Kentucky Speedway when the Integrity Racing League visited here. So they only had 2 cautions last season. So we're already halfway there. So looks like we've only got 1 more.
Yeah, so we're halfway there, and we've got 1.5, I guess, because that first collision certainly should have caused one, but it didn't. But you know what? I'm not sure what the setups were like last season, but watching these guys so far out here, especially watching the leader spin himself out there, I think we're going to see some more cautions, because I think these trucks have definitely a little bit more hard to handle this season, I bet.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll have to see if any strategy plays in with the looseness of the trucks. Not sure if that's a word, but I'm going to say it anyways. So, looks like we're ready for a restart here. And this restart is going to come here at the completion of lap 11, beginning lap 12. The 34 machine, Matt Busa, is currently our race leader. He's chosen the inside lane. And to his outside, that 88 of Michael Dole, who seems to always be up front. So pace car pulls off. Abusa brings it in a little bit slow, gets a good jump. A little bit of check up there through the top 10 or so, but tell you what, that third Ford truck, another great restart.
Yeah, we didn't see the stringing out that we did last time. Everybody stuck a little bit closer last time. Everybody kind of went a little bit willy-nilly on that first start of the race here, but then again, here we are with Matt Busa with the 13 now of Matthew Wright not getting away from him, or not letting him get away as well. So it doesn't look like Matt's going to have an easy go of it this week.
Well, and I tell you what, also the draft is in effect here just a little bit more than you would see at a place like Richmond last week. So a little bit higher speeds, more like well, it's definitely a speedway track. I was going to say it's more like a speedway track, but you know, that's because it is. So you'll probably see guys stick around each other a little bit more, especially on some of the shorter runs. Once we get into the longer runs, we may see some more spread out racing, but I don't know. All these guys are up on the wheel and driving pretty fast right now. And Matt so far not too big of a lead, maybe a half a second.
Yeah, I've been watching here. The a little bit back in the field, not too far back there. The 91 truck of Cody is on the inside of Jeff Barge in that 31 truck, and I watched that 31 twitch a couple times while he was on the outside there, but managed to keep her going straight. We've got it looks like the 69 of Bruce Koenig behind him, just about lost her there, is behind that group as well. So we've got some tense racing a little bit back in the pack here.
Yeah, this is a great battle right here that you were watching there, Trevor. There is about 5 or 6 cars all right in a wad right here that are... anything can happen with these guys. The 3 truck there was having a little bit of an electrical issue as they went down the back straightaway. I'm sure that makes some of these guys a little bit nervous, but that seems to have settled down for at least the time being. And looking up just ahead of them here, it's like Jacob Fife got a little bit loose in turn 2, and he's backing up quickly to this group of trucks. 31's going to be looking to his inside here in just a second.
Well, yeah, and fortunately he seems to have gotten his momentum going there, because if he was off speed as that group caught him there, then there wouldn't have been much place for him to go.
Oh yeah. So, but it looks like he is gathered it back and is going to start that march forward. He did lose quite a bit of time, though. He was running with the top 3 trucks up there, and now he's a little over a second behind them. So, and now, speaking of the front group there, battle for second is no longer a battle, because Michael Dole just took it away from the 13 there of Matthew Wright. So move Michael Dole, our current points leader, coming in tonight into position number 2.
Yeah, that 13 truck started that restart really strong, but we know what Michael Dole can do behind the wheel there. So not surprising to see him marching towards the front. But the 13 isn't letting the 88 get away, and I don't think he's going to be too much longer before he's going to be trying to get right back around and get that second position, so he can set his sights back on the lead. But we'll see how that turns out, because it looks like he has a little bit more momentum going through those corners there. So.
Well, that's what you got to do here, Trevor. You got to keep that momentum up going through these turns. That's a big part of the truck racing, is trying to keep that momentum up, keep the speed down, got to be in the throttle a lot here, and that's part of the reason why it's difficult to drive a track like this, where the trucks might be loose. You gotta work the throttle a little bit extra, and it can cost you a little bit of time if you don't do it correctly. So, we got a crash here on the back straightaway, and I'm looking here, we got the 12 truck is involved, the 81 Charles Counts is involved. These two just spun right here on the back straightaway coming out of turn 2. Caution is out on the speedway.
Yeah, it looks like the 12 came up on a slower car there, or a slower truck, and lost a bit of momentum. And when he got off the throttle, it twitched the truck and sent him over. And wow, that was unfortunate incident there. There wasn't much the other driver could do.
Yeah, so big crash there. You see Laura Lawson down up here on the ETV Live replay. So yeah, just lost control there of the 12 truck, and unfortunately hooked it right into the wall. And that can happen here, unfortunately. It's a that turn is very difficult to maneuver. I think we were talking about it in the pre-race discussion there, Trevor. I was telling you that turn 2 could be the hazardous corner here, and so far we are 2 for 2 on our cautions.
Yeah, and just to mention there that Charles Counts had to call the tow truck out and get a tow back to his pit stall, so that's going to cost him some time. While Marshall is trying to limp that 12 truck back around to the pits, and he seems to have enough control that he's going to catch the pack and be able to go into the pits and not lose any extra time or laps because of that.
And our leaders came by pit road, and Trevor, we had a little bit of trickery there with the 34 machine, and I think he may have, well, actually he did say out there for a minute I thought he was falling off the pace, but we had about 4 or 5 trucks come down pit road. 3 of them are some race leaders that we have here, and that would be the 36 of Jacob Fife. Also on pit road is Jeff Barger and Matthew Wright. So all these drivers come down pit road here at lap 20 for 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering if we are going to see any people down here so early into the race with that 4 pit stop limit, but a few guys decided that it was worth the limit and or worth the risk, and having our front runners do it as well is a little bit interesting. I figured it'd be more towards the people towards the back.
Hey, I want to take a quick moment here and update everyone on the Rookie of the Year award points, and they have a new sponsor for the Rookie of the Year points that is officially called the Buttkicker Rookie of the Year award points standings that Laura Lawson's going to throw up here on the screen. Give a quick rundown of that. Brad Patton leading the Rookie of the Year standings coming into tonight. This event here at Kentucky. Mr. Hudson is currently running in the 2nd spot in the points. Chris Freeman is hanging out in 3rd place. Cody Kutzner is in 4th, and Andrew Fash the 3rd, who is not here tonight, coming in 5th.
So yeah, that's pretty exciting that these guys got Buttkicker on the line or on the on board here to help them support the Rookie of the Year, and we're going to be talking some more about them throughout the night and give you guys an idea of what they're all about. But looks like Brad Patton's at a big lead in that, and we've seen he's certainly a fast truck out here, not driving like a rookie by any means.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely doing a great job tonight. In fact, let me go ahead and tell you here about Buttkicker, ladies and gentlemen. So they're sponsoring the Integrity Racing League Rookie of the Year Award, which is, of course, what we just told you, and it is what you are watching here on E2 Live. The Buttkicker Gamer 2 lets you feel all the action from your games and simulators. Feel the gut-wrenching pound of a machine gun fire, the pounding of chopper blades, explosions, rumble strips, and more. Turn down or turn off your subwoofer and still feel all the bass. Movies, video games, and music come to life even while using headphones. Give your game some realism. It's a silent subwoofer that lets you feel the explosions, crashes, and special effects. Get the Buttkicker Gamer 2 at thebuttkicker.com today, cowboy.
Just had to throw it a cowboy, didn't we?
Oh yeah, got to get one of those in there. I think JD had 50 of them last night. I'm not sure though.
A little bit of housekeeping here. Cole Smith in that one truck was the lucky dog on that caution, and he is now back on the lead lap after having that first incident that got him a couple laps down, but he's now back on the lead lap with a new truck. So we'll see how this newcomer can do now that he's been given basically a second chance at this race now.
Oh yeah, it's always good when you can get a second chance in a race, isn't it? I mean, that I wish I've had some second chances in my previous races, but hey, tell you what, hopefully he can take advantage of that one here tonight and make his way towards the front. Make a little noise here for trying to get the race win, or at least a solid top 10 finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, being a newcomer into a league, you want to go out there and make a good first impression and show these guys you know what you're doing. And had unfortunate incident at the beginning there, not entirely all his fault or anything. These setups are really loose, and he ended up getting his truck a little bit mangled. But we'll see what he can do moving on here.
Well, the field is doubling up here behind the Ford First Mustang iRacing pace car. How many more sponsors can you throw on that pace car? But anyways,
that's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're going down the back straightaway here. We're going to come around and get the green flag and head back to racing here. Working lap 22 of 125. My name is Chad Dalton, joined by Trevor Cameron up here in the booth, Laura Lawson and JD Webb hanging out down there in the production trailer, bringing you all the great action of the Integrity Racing League, which is on your TV or computer screen or mobile phone or something. I don't, whatever you're watching it on. So we're glad that you're along for the ride, and believe that Trevor Cameron is going to be up on his microphone here and take us to the green flag.
Yeah, absolutely, Chad. Here, pace car is, well, it's a bit of an interesting lineup that we've got there going with the fourth place truck a little bit back, but pace car is off, and we're getting ready to hit the green flag, and Matt Busa hits the gas, and we get going. There's a little bit of checkup on the outside lane, a little bit checkup on the inside, and almost looks like some Daytona restart here. A couple of guys almost look like they're paired up just because they ended up getting a little bit too close here, but Matt gets away cleanly, and the 91 truck slides his way barely into second position with the 88 of Michael Duell sliding into third position as we get going.
Almost 3 wide back here in the back, and I think they are going to go 3 wide with the 31 and the 12, and I'm not sure who is in the middle there, but they went 3 wide down the back straightaway. Make it through nice and clean, though, as they come off of turn 4. Pretty much the whole field single file now, except for a couple of guys there in the back. I tell you what, that 34 truck continuing to get impressive restarts all night long. Gets another one right there, but he's got company.
Yeah, well, we know that we watched Matt last week and dominate that race, and we know he's really good at these restarts here. So not surprising to see him jumping out front as Michael Duell is taking a look on the inside of the 91 truck, Cody Kutzner, but decides to back it off a little bit and maybe try it again in a lap or two.
Tell you what, that 91 machine there, Cody has had the hammer down since the start of this thing. He's been driving pretty darn hard there. He's been loose a few times, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't care because he wants to win this thing, and he's driving it for all he's got. But he, again, has company with the 88, taking a look to the inside. Not sure if he's going to, I think he's going to get there, and going to move that 88 truck up a spot here, as it looks like Cody's going to roll over and let him have it for the time being. So move Michael Duell back into second place, see if he can run down the few truck links that he lacks from the 34 here.
Yeah, not surprising to see the 91 just kind of say, you know what, we're early on this race, have the, just go ahead and take the position. I don't want anybody really on the inside as we have in fourth position. A couple trucks really close going through that corner there, but they managed to make it through.
Yeah, that's the 69 machine working underneath the 3 of Patrick Davis. And Patrick Davis knows a little bit of something about racing here at the Kentucky Speedway. So not surprised to see him racing up towards the front. And wouldn't be surprised to see him having a shot at the lead. Speaking of the lead, Michael Duell dives to the inside of the 34 truck as they head into turn 1. And Trevor, we may have a new leader when they come off of turn 2. Right behind him, though, 3 wide, and Patrick Davis almost gets into the wall. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
All kinds of stuff going on. I'm pretty sure he scraped that wall, or else it was about a paper's width between him and that wall.
Yeah, he got really close there. Now the 7 looks underneath the 3 truck there as they come off of turn 4. That should be a battle as they get down to turn number 1. And we got a battle right in front of them as well with the 69 taking a peek on the 13. 7 will clear the 3 of Patrick Davis. So Brendan Kohler, but boy, he just getting the wall. We got a wreck up front. The 91 tagged by the 34. And wow, what a save.
Oh, and they're still wrecking. The 6 gets into it.
Yeah, this is going to take out a lot of trucks here, unfortunately. And that started up towards the front of the field. The 3 truck with some heavy damage there. Patrick Davis, unfortunately, just nearly missed the wall a couple of laps ago. Pounded the wall right there pretty hard. And Trevor, I hate to say this, but I think the 34 may have started this.
Yeah, it looks like the 34 just got a little bit of tail-happy wiggle there, and that's all that it took for the 91 to get enough beside him that he just caught the corner, and that's what set it all off.
So you're going to watch it here on the replay. 34 gets it in the wall, and the 91, unfortunately, no place to go. Everyone checked up behind him, and the 3 truck, again, no place to go, runs right smack into the back of the 91 machine there, who was slow and in the middle of the racetrack. And they went crashing into the wall. And like you said there, Trevor, the 6 truck as well involved Bobby Keith.
Wow, and I want to give a shout out to the driver of that 69 truck, Bruce Koenig there. He did a awesome evasive maneuver and dove towards the access lane in order to avoid all that and kept it going straight and didn't spin out. That was some impressive driving by the 69 truck.
And we're going to have some of our leaders down here on pit road. And looks like we've got about 5 of the front runners that are going to take a pit stop here. Use one of those 4 that they are allowed. A couple of guys that are in the back here as well. Going to pit, get some damage repaired. So Matt Busa leading them to pit road first of all. And he's followed by the 69, the 33, and I believe that is the 6 as well, who's also involved in the crash here, all on pit road.
Yeah, a lot of people using up that reset. Only 30 laps into a 125-lap race. That's probably not part of their game plan, but you got to do what you got to do and get a new truck and hope that you can keep her clean from here on out.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a quick moment here on, we're going to take a break while we're under this caution, so we'll be right back with more Green Flag Racing right here from Kentucky Speedway.
Plus other listeners where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks, HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
It's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Drivers, start your engines!
Michael Conti comes up at a corner number 4, and the checkered flag, he wins his first NASCAR iRacing.
Welcome back to the Kentucky Speedway here tonight. Awesome, beautiful Saturday night here at the Kentucky Speedway in the virtual world, in the racing world, or the real world. I think it's raining. But anyways, no rain here. And my name is Chad Dalton, joined by Trevor Cameron up here in the broadcast booth. Want to give a quick shout out to all of our friends over there in the ETV Live chat room, hanging out and watching a good race here tonight. If you're signed in with guest, hey, use your real name. We'll give you a little shout out. Like Bad Boy is joining us in JD and LSR TV. So change your name from guest to something. I don't know what, but just something.
Well, I suppose we could give a shout out. And here's a shout out to guest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fan favorite around these parts.
Yeah, so anyways, thanks for hanging out with the chat room here and watching the fine race here in the Bluegrass State, Kentucky Motor Speedway here tonight. Getting ready to go back Greenfield, doubled up behind the Ford First Mustang pace car. Matthew Wright is the leader, I think. Anyways, actually, I think it's Michael Dole. Just kidding. So Michael Dole going to lead him here. He has chosen the inside lane. Matthew Wright hanging out in second place right now. Brendan Kohler up to third. Brad Patton recovering from that early spin, back up to fourth. Pace car takes the hard left-hand turn, and Michael Dole gets a good. Oh, we got a little bit of a spinning of the tires there by the 7 truck. I told you to watch out for that tonight, didn't I, Trevor?
Yeah, actually the 13, Matthew Wright there spun his tires a little bit as well, and I think made a couple people behind him a little bit nervous and spread out the field on that restart, but everybody keeps her going in the right direction. Although that 7 truck looks like he's about to get chewed up on both sides here, and this should be interesting.
Oh, and we might. Oh, the 6 truck back here just got into the outside wall. Had to check up a lot there as he was trying to go to the outside of, I believe, that was the 26 car, if I'm not mistaken. And that was really close, and they almost had a crash there on the back straightaway with everybody moving through, all nice and clean. And I tell you what, Daniel Holloway cracking the top 10 here early on. Trevor, might have to keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. He was. I was talking to him before the race here, and he was saying that this is one of his better tracks, and he was hoping for a really good run tonight. So hopefully the 26 truck of Daniel Holloway can back that up and get himself a nice solid top 10, even top 5. Who knows?
Well, he is in the top 10 of points coming into tonight's race, so he'll have to keep that effort going strong here with a good run tonight. We'll look forward to seeing the 26 do that. So up front, Michael Dole barely has a lead, not by much. About a car length or a truck length or some kind of a length. So
yeah, there's lengths of stuffing.
So, oh, we got a little bit of a pass back here for, I believe, that is the 5th position. And you can put the 69 in front now of the 7 there. She did a power move to the inside there, entering in turn number 3. The first, really, almost the whole top 10, actually, Trevor, are fairly single file. Now we got a bit of a battle brewing back here with, I want to say that is the 33 machine moving on the inside of the 1 car there, Cole Smith, who recovering nicely from that earlier crash. So the 33 moves up 1 spot into 8th place.
That is a nice little bit of action there, and we have Matt Busa there, the 34. He had to come in obviously on that pit stop, sitting in 11th position, trying to make his way back up towards the front. Led most of the laps of this race so far, but we're only 37 laps in, obviously, so that might not be an indication of where things are going to be, but I wouldn't expect him to wait too long behind the 1 truck before he makes a move and starts making his way up front.
Yeah, so far tonight, Matt Busa has led 20 laps, and coming home in second right now with the most laps led is going to be our current race leader, Michael Dole, who has led 12 as he crosses the line. Some action picking up here, though, around 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. As speaking of second right now, Brad Patton just got around Matthew Wright that last time by. Matthew Wright looked back to the inside, but there was nothing there, and he is going to sit in line for a few more moments, try to get a better run in this next turn.
Yeah, I'm taking a look back through the field and trying to get a feel for some of these trucks here, and I'm looking at that 91 truck of Cody Kutzner there, who we knew was up front a little bit earlier, and he was involved in that accident and came down the attention of his pit crew, but I'm watching him go around that track, and he doesn't look like he is in control of that truck at all. It looks like it's dog walking, and he's barely missing the wall each and every lap now.
Yeah, that's a good call there, Trevor. I just decided to take, boy, he is, like you said, he's dog tracking, so something is definitely a miss on the 91 machine there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if he can get back into a normal driving, I guess.
In a normal direction, you know, where the wheels are actually pointing where you're trying to get to, as opposed to at a 45-degree angle. There is, as he's actually into the wall.
Yeah, and he is spinning out. Well, no, actually he saved it. I thought he was going to spin, but what a good save there by the 91. But that truck is definitely not right. Something not going on there correctly with the toe at the front there, so no caution. We remain under the green flag but he is well off the pace here, Trevor. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't get that fixed under that last caution, or did he not stop?
Well, I'm pretty sure he stopped, but maybe they. I can't remember if he'd used his reset earlier, so maybe they couldn't get all the damage fixed, and he decided he had to get out and try not to lose any more laps. But actually, since he hit the wall, it seems he's driving a little bit straighter, so maybe that was a tactical plan.
And back up front, the 69 machine making a hard charge here in the early going of the race, just moving around the 13 machine of Matthew Wright. So put that 69 truck up into third place. He's making a nice charge here, Trevor, as he restarted fairly back in the field, but he started overall tonight in 11th, as he looks like he just caught the wall there as they went into turn 1. But the 69 machine, Bruce here, making a nice charge up to the front.
Yeah, definitely. And one other piece of business here on that last caution, Alan Rolla did get the lucky dog. He's now 2 laps down. Patrick Davis in that 3 truck, which we know is really strong here at Kentucky. Unfortunately, he was involved in that last accident, and during the repairs and whatnot, he ended up losing a lap. He's the only truck showing as 1 lap down right now, so he'll in the position for that lucky dog if the caution were to come out. And Marshall Gable in the 12 truck, who was involved in one of the earlier cautions, has retired from the race, and he will finish in last place tonight.
And while you were giving that update, we had a pass for the lead, but now we're going to have another pass for the lead. Brad Patton gets hit, though, by Michael Dool, and he saved it. Wow, what a save. I mean, Brad Patton just went up, passed for the race lead. Michael Dool came back, tried to do a bit of a crossover, and they made contact there as they went into turn 3, and what a great save from the 18. Remember, though, he has already used that reset that they get. Orlosa is showing you the replay here of that tag as they went down into turn 3. So great save there by the 18 and not backing her into the fence.
Yeah, that was some amazing driving there by the 18 truck. So I think he'll just sit back, collect his thoughts for a minute or two before he makes a charge back up to the front. Only lost a couple positions on that.
Yeah, and wouldn't be surprised to see if maybe he puts that in the memory bank to, maybe say hey to the 88 next time that they meet up on the racetrack here. Not trying to start anything, but you never know. These drivers are very focused and in tune with what they are doing, and sometimes things like that can be very frustrating. But I tell you what, Trevor, we were keeping an eye on that 69 truck. He's there. He wants to lead this race here on lap number 46. Getting ready to start 46, and I tell you what, look for Bruce here to be taking over the race lead.
Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, I mean, he actually managed to save that truck a little earlier there with some nice defensive driving, avoiding that last accident and going down the access road there. So looks like that saving that truck has really paid off as he's in second position and looking for that lead.
Yeah, but he's got some friends behind him there. The 13 of Matthew Wright all over the back bumper. Gets really loose through 3 and 4 there. And Brad Patton is now basically pushing. And if he's not, he might as well be. But Brad Patton was all over the back there of the 13 as they went into 1. And now Brad Patton having a little bit of an electrical issue. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and especially with these guys getting close and getting a little bit loose, you don't want to have anybody that close to you because you never know if they're going to glitch a little bit and end up beside you. And while we were talking about that, the 31 trucker, Jeff Barger, barely scraped the wall back there. He didn't seem to lose much momentum and didn't seem to damage the truck much, but we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if he loses any speed because of that.
And here comes Busa, making his way back up towards the front, just going around the 31 machine there that you were talking about, got a little bit into the fence. So that 34 truck making a charge back up through the field after he made the pit stop there, after being slightly involved in the crash there that we had under our last caution. So he's making a charge back up to the front, but I tell you what, that 31 truck putting up a fight here.
Yeah, and actually up front there, looking at the 69, we have the 69 trying to get himself set up to make a move on Michael Dool for that lead, but while he's trying to set up his move, the 13 and Matthew Wright's trying to set up his move on the 69, while the 18 is trying to figure out his move, and this could get interesting really quickly.
Yeah, it's just a big old game of chess, only about 170 miles an hour as we go around here. Now it looks like the 36 took a peek there, and it looks like he's going to get a run there on Brad Patton. So hope it gets loose though. Hey, what, these guys are willing these things around this racetrack here tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it's going to take, because, I mean, even if you're in control, you're the fastest truck out there, you know, it's been shown before that you are not in command of this vehicle. You are going to be fighting it right from the get-go, and you have to make sure that you maintain that control.
And that can be very challenging to do, especially mentally. If you constantly go around here lap after lap, just out of control, it can be very difficult to keep your focus just doing that lap after lap after lap. So these guys are going to have a test of patience, and Brad Patton pushing again as they go down the front straightaway. I think he thinks he's at Daytona. Yeah.
Well, as I say, you did say there was going to be some drafting involved here, you know, or at least a little bit of the draft, so maybe he's taking that a little bit too seriously.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Also, just to follow up on that 91 truck, Cody Kutzner there, he is still on the lead lap somehow. He's about a straightaway ahead of these leaders, and when they catch him with his out of control that truck is, it'll be interesting to see if they can get by him smoothly, as clumped up as they are.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are on lap 52 here of 125. The field is, well, I don't know if spread out is a good word, but everybody's getting some logging of the laps going here.
I say, nobody's smashing into each other currently.
Yeah, so we're going to step away, take a quick commercial, and show you guys some awesome products that you can get out there. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here to Kentucky Speedway. Don't go anywhere.
Inside SimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
Landon Huffman coming to a comfortable lead, coming out of 2. He's got about 8 car lengths, put it half a second over Dwayne Vincent as Chad Cole works the number 2 spot.
Time is running out. Vincent's got it. Cole wants it to the wall. Chevrolet puts the bumper to the 13 of Vincent. Vincent not backing down. He's in second. You know, when we got one car on the bottom of the 10 car.
Welcome back to Kentucky Speedway, and we've had a bit of a mix-up going on here with the top 5 or so. The 69 machine, when we went to commercial, was up there in 2nd place. He has now slipped back to 8th place, or excuse me, 6th place. Now he's going back to about 7th or 8th, and he's continuing to lose spots here. The 36 of Jacob Fife also got a little bit of help there from the 7 truck, as they went by the front straightaway last time by, and it kind of got Jacob out of sorts, and he did a great job there of hanging on to it. I don't think he got the wall too much if he did, but he definitely had his hands full going down the straightaway there, Trevor. So bit of a mix-up here at the front, but I tell you what, Michael Dole continuing to lead the race, and he's pulling away a little over a 2nd lead now. Yeah,
that's probably about the biggest lead I think we've seen for most of the night here, with people not being able to really get away from the crowd. But he's probably enjoying not having anybody on his back bumper, and so he can just kind of race the racetrack and not worry about anybody getting them all loose by taking the air off the back end.
And of course, all of these drivers here racing tonight are in the battle for the chase that we're going to have here later on in the season. But there also are some drivers that are out here tonight. So we got one truck down there on the apron. I believe that is the 36 Jacob Fife again. So Jacob Fife struggling here these last couple of laps, trying to hang on to that truck, but I want to point out that a new sponsor is on board here in the Integrity Racing League to help sponsor the Rookie of the Year standings, and that is, of course, Buttkicker. They are the Buttkicker Rookie of the Year Award is the official title. So check those people out at www.thebuttkicker.com.
Well, I tell you, it looks like this track is currently kicking Jacob Fife's butt because he's fallen back all the way to 9th position there and struggling for control. And the 69 seems to be seems to be just struggling with the handling of that truck all of a sudden after he fell back with some of those earlier incidents that we were talking about a little bit during the break there. So this is these guys this is the longest run we've had on this in this race so far, and these guys are starting to feel it, I think, and the handling is going away from a lot of these trucks.
Yeah, this is long runs are tough here. This is when the tires really start to fade out, and this is where we see the guys who know a thing or two about saving their stuff for the long haul. And I tell you what, one of the guys is saving his stuff for the long haul, and he's making a charge to the front now. Is the 7 truck, our defending winner here at Kentucky Speedway. Brendan Kohler is making a bit of a charge here. He's up to 2nd place, and he is actually running down Michael Dole. That lead a few laps ago when we came back from commercial was about a second. Now it's only a half a second. So that 7 truck with Brad Patton continuing to bump draft everybody right in tow.
Yeah, actually up way back just the 4th position is only a second back from the leader right now, so this is definitely tightened up a lot, and that clean air that Michael Dole is enjoying is is slightly going away, and he's going to have that 7 truck on his bumper before too long.
And they've also got a little bit of live traffic up ahead about halfway down the straightaway in front of our leaders right now, so we'll have to see if that plays into any of this when they get there. But the lead chopping away a 10th there, so now 0.4 seconds last time by. Let's see what happens as they cross the start-finish line here, and the 7 machine is going to stay about the same, but I am hearing on the radio that Michael Dole will be pitting this time by. So Trevor, we are now in the green flag pit stops. We should see a lot of our leaders coming in here in the next several laps. It looks like the 88 going to be pitting right here.
Now, this is going to be interesting because with these trucks as loose as they are, this entrance into pit road is going to be a little bit tricky. So I bet he's glad he has that bit of a cushion so he can slow it down without getting run over, and almost gets run over anyway.
Yeah, got to get slowed down to 45-mile-an-hour pit road speed. He does an excellent job of that. Michael Dole, current race leader, well, at least a minute ago, is here on pit road. Slow and long pit road, and it's a little bit of a challenge in pit road here, Trevor, as Mike point out. It might be a little difficult to see from some of our camera angles, but this is a curved pit road, so it can make it a little tricky to spot your pit stall as you're coming down through there, and there's a lot of things going on during green flag pit stops here.
Yeah, and actually him coming down all by himself is going to make it a little easier to see his pit stop as he makes a perfect contact in and changes 4 tires and is getting ready to head back out onto the track. So a nice clean pit stop by our previous leader, Michael Dole, in that 88 truck.
And he is now out, and we'll resume the racetrack. So he was the first one here to pit under the green flag. We'll have to keep an eye on the rest of everybody pitting and see where everyone cycles out. I will say this, Michael Dole pitting right there. Short pitting is, I guess, a good term to use. He will have much fresher tires than the rest of the field, so we'll have to see if he picks up a lot of time on the rest of the field here.
Yeah, these guys right now are doing, in the 33 second, 33.0, 33.1, 33.2 range. So it'll be interesting to see if when he gets up to speed and going again here, how his speed's gonna be affected by those those 4 new tires, and that's going to be some input for some of these drivers as well to see how much of a difference there is. But we'll have to see if also coming out and where he comes out as far as traffic goes, because he's not with that pack, but he does have some guys around him as he's right behind the 1 truck right now.
Up front right now, though, Brandon Kohler continuing to lead the race. He's got a couple of truck length lead there on Brad Patton, at number 18, who's had a crazy night. But new 3rd place man coming back up through the field, that 34 machine. Matt has worked his way all the way back up there, and he wants to get that lead. And he can stiff it now as he can see it just about a second or so ahead of him. So that 34 truck is coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen anybody else peel off. Looks like the one truck is peeling off now and hitting the pit road. He's currently was coming out of 9th position.
Yep, so Cole Smith here on pit road. First green flag pit stop for him here in the Integrity Racing League. And I'm just trying to pay attention up here to the leaders here, Trevor. No one pitting yet, so Michael Dole definitely short pitting compared to all of these guys. And we're hearing a report now that the one missed his pit box, which is something you never want to do, but he didn't miss it by a terrible much, so he's now back in there and getting those 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, and that's the thing we mentioned. It's his first green flag pit stop here in this league. He's got probably got the nerves going a little bit. And I don't know about you, but anytime I'm out there on the track, I'm praying for a yellow flag anytime it's coming up on pit stops, so I don't have to take that stress of doing it under green and making a mistake.
Yeah, green flag pit stops can be challenging, especially here at the Kentucky Speedway. The pit entry down there is a bit, I don't know, I guess awkward, where it's you got to attack it as hard as you can, and then all of a sudden you're on pit road. So it's a very quick transition from racetrack to pit road speed. So it's a little bit more challenging for these guys here than it is at some of the other racetracks to peel down there on pit road. But right now, looks like everyone that has made a green flag pit stop is doing a good job of it. And Brad Patton, ladies and gentlemen, is taking over the race lead.
Looks made it look kind of easy there. He just kind of ducked underneath the 7 truck and just kind of said, "Thanks a lot, see ya." And I'm going to lead this show for a little bit here.
Brad Patton was in the race lead earlier, led 6 laps earlier here in the race before he spun out coming out of turn 2. So I have to see if he can keep that truck. It looks like the 7 machine now. Aaron Kohler are going to take that dive to pit road, and he will get down to the 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed,
which gives the 18 truck some nice clean air to play with here for at least a lap.
Tell you what, Brad Patton, let's go with that one, is got a very strong truck here tonight, so wouldn't be surprised to see him challenge Matt Boos in that 34 machine here tonight for the race win, among other drivers as well.
As the 18 is now peeling off, and he's going to come down to the attention of his pit crew.
Yeah, good call. I'm not much for paying attention here. I'm just focused on watching the 7 truck. So glad that you're focused in there on the 18.
Well, he seemed to be the exciting guy to watch here. One thing to note to follow up on as well is the first couple laps that Michael Dole did as he came out were in the 32.4, 32.6 range. So almost a full second difference between the new tires and the old tires.
And we're going to have we got 2 more trucks coming down here to pit road, as the 31 truck and the 13 both hit pit road, and they're also followed by Jacob Fife, the 36. So a little bit of business picking up here, I guess you could say, on pit road. We got 3 trucks, 3 of the leaders here. All 3 of these drivers last time by were running inside the top 6, and so they are now here on pit road. See if they have good, clean entries into their pit box, and it looks like one of them overshot it. I believe that's the
31 of Jeff Barger there.
Just kidding, 31. So that's not going to help him there at all. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. 13 truck, first one down and away. And he will get off pit road first. Jacob Fife going to come out second there with this group that is on pit road.
Yeah, actually, because the 36 came into pit road quite a bit behind the 31 there, but you notice he came out right behind him here as they're entering back onto the track as the traffic that is at speed is coming through the corner. These guys keep it nice and low to try to keep it out of their way while they get up to speed, and looks like we're going to be nice and clean, although it looks like the 66 truck, I believe it is, got a little bit squirrely getting towards Jacob, but everything ends up fine.
And for the moment, nobody is on pit road, but the 34 truck has reassumed the race lead. the time being. He has not made his green flag pit stop yet, so we should expect to see him here in the next few laps, I would imagine, on pit road, as he is driving the wheels off that thing right now. 34 looking very stable out there. He's one of the few that I haven't really seen tell happy thus far in tonight's race, so he's doing a pretty good job of keeping the tires under him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen everybody that's been up front been struggling. I mean, and heck, several of them wrecking. So looks like Matt is in charge of that truck and just making this look easy right now. But it's easy to make it look easy when you got 5 seconds between you and the guy behind you.
And it looks like the 33 truck here is pulling onto pit road. I'm not sure what's going on here. He just pulled into the pits and parked.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if he, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, because he's certainly not at the attention of his pit crew, and looks like he's taking it behind the wall.
Yeah, so interesting there. I wonder if he had an electrical issue or something, or needed to take a quick trip to the bathroom. Not sure what's going on there, but the 33 truck currently behind the wall. Matt Busa continuing to show the race lead, as now looks like Jim Papa Fife has come down pit road in his number 63 machine for his green flag pit stop.
Yeah, and looking at it back towards the haulers there, I can confirm the 33 truck has pulled off and into the garage area and has retired from the race. So must have been something going on with that truck that we missed, maybe some damage that we didn't see, or some sort of electrical issue, but he has retired from the race. Well, actually, I was going to say, it's amazing here right now. We only have 6 trucks on the lead lap because of this this pit strategy that's going on. You remember that we had a few trucks that came down on the last caution where a lot of them didn't, and I think that's why we're seeing this huge split in strategy right now.
Yeah, that's a good call there, Trevor. Is Matt Busa continuing to show the lead. Bruce back up there in the 69 machine, back into second right now, the 66. Brian Harvey being shown third on the track. Daniel Holloway continuing to have a good run up into the top 5 thus far, is in fourth, and Bobby Keith, who was involved in one of those crashes earlier, not too far behind him, hanging out in the 5th spot. And Thomas Ridgway is up to 6th as the top 6 on the lead lap right now. And we should see some of those drivers here on pit road not too far off in the distant future. But what do we know? We're just announcers.
But one thing that's with these green flag stops that have happened, we don't have that pack that we had earlier. We mentioned that the draft definitely plays a factor here, and you know, these guys are split up as the mat comes down into pit road.
Well, he's already given him a title there. So the 34 machine is on pit road. I think I was hearing over the radio that the 26 was also pitting as well here on pit road, but I can neither confirm nor deny that. But that's just what I was hearing over the radio.
I will not confirm or deny that, sir.
So Matt Busa going to slide into his pit stop here. We anticipate 4 tires and fill it up with Sunoco Racing fuel. And right sides go up there. Good pit entry there. Did not slide his tires, which is good. We don't want to run over that invisible pit crew there that come running out there. So the 34 down and away 4 tires. Gets out there to the 45 mile per hour pit road speed, and he will rejoin the race that we've got going on here.
And Daniel Holloway did come down, get his pit stop completed, while also looks like Charles Counts, who's several laps down, is also on pit road. And Thomas Ridgway in the 10 truck, who is on the lead lap, has come down and got his service, and he's heading back down on the track.
Yeah, see, you should be a pit reporter. You're good at this stuff.
No, when I was actually a pit reporter, I was horrible at it. I'm only a good pit reporter when I'm supposed to be a broadcaster.
Well, that makes sense. So the 69 Bruce still hanging out in the race lead. I like to say the word hanging out because it's fun and it makes the broadcast exciting.
Because it's fun.
So right now, 7 cars on the lead lap is Michael Dole, who we noted earlier was the first car to pit. It was got 1 truck here coming out of turn 4 up against the wall. That is.
Ooh, this is going to be close here.
Yeah, that's the 10 machine there of Thomas Ridgway. That was a bit hairy for some of these drivers as they came out of turn 4 there, but Thomas doing a nice job of keeping it out of the way there with the big group coming up behind him. But I was going to say that Michael Joel was the first car that hit pit road. So at the moment, looks like though he is behind, but not by that much. Maybe a few truck lengths behind the 18 and the 7 and the 13.
And I was actually going to say, one thing to note here is these 4 trucks that are in front of our leader, the 69 truck right now, they are all together racing positions. Those are the last trucks on the lead lap. So they're really at the tail end of that lead lap right now, but that's because the 69 has not come down for his pit stop. So it's interesting to see these guys have grouped back up and are battling it out while the leader's right behind them, but as soon as he comes down for his pit stop, obviously that's going to change and they're going to be able to get a lot of that position back. But Bruce, let's see if as we get towards the entrance pit road, doesn't look like he's going to be slowing up here and is going to continue on track.
He had a good run for Bruce. We were talking there earlier that he was running up front, and then there was a bit of a shakeup while we were away at commercial, and he lost a few spots. So good to see him out front leading a few laps here. He's now led 6 laps on the evening. Is a bit of a battle up here going on right now for the 4th position. Matthew Wright under fire from the 7 and the 18 as they head off into 3. Now the 18 on the outside, making it stick maybe. Not sure. He got a little bit loose up there on the outside, so the 7 will keep that spot as they go down the front straightaway here.
Yeah, we've got. Man, it just seems that the 69 truck right now, which is obviously our current leader, cannot get away from that 10 truck. Obviously, the 10 truck has way fresher tires on him right there, and he can't get away, and I think I'm hearing on the radio that he's about to hit down pit road here for his service.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, I was just looking at the lap total there for the 69 truck. It had been several laps, so he was getting very close to his pit window, and he will jump into that 45 mile per hour pit road speed and take that long trip down the pit road here to get 4 tires and fill it up.
And that will that'll put, I think, a few more people back on the lead lap. Oh, caution on the track.
Oh, we have a caution on the track, like Trevor reported on the back straightaway. That is the 7 of Brendan Kohler, who went around. Not quite sure what caused this. We'll have to dial up that replay there and see if we can see what happened. Brendan Kohler definitely spinning her around here on the back straightaway. And Trevor, I'm thinking he just got loose.
He did. Just got loose coming out of that corner. He trying to get back on the gas. Made a little bit of contact with the inside wall.
Yeah, so doesn't look like he has too much damage there, as you see the replay there on your screen. But so he'll be able to continue on. But I tell you what, one guy who's smiling about this is going to be the 6 truck of Bobby Keith, even though he is on pit road right now. That could not have worked out any better for him. So getting to pit here under caution, and I think he was the last driver to pit out of all of the drivers here on the field.
I believe that is correct, Chad. Taking the old binoculars out, looking at the front of that 7 truck, my trusty binoculars that I carry with me each and every race, and he's got some pretty significant left front damage from when he made contact with the wall, so he's definitely going to have to come down to the attention of his pit crew, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if he does. 6 truck, 4 tires down and away, so he's back out there on the pits. So we're working yet another caution here, the Integrity Racing League. I say yet as if we've had a bazillion. We really haven't. So we've only had a few tonight. Some great racing here, long green flag run. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, let Trevor and myself catch our breath. And we'll be right back here to the Kentucky Speedway. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
Welcome back to the Kentucky Speedway. We are working yet another caution here tonight in the Integrity Racing League. Glad you could join us for this Saturday night ride, or, you know, whatever, watching, I guess. But, we, you know, so wanted to take a minute. We haven't mentioned this here yet tonight, Trevor, and then I think you have a update there from Pit Road. But just wanted to mention that the overall sponsor of the Integrity Racing League is, of course, Pro Powder and Paint. You can check them out at propowderandpaint.com. They have a fantastic painting service there for you. And just a quick deal about them. They are located in Ashland, Virginia. Pro Powder and Paint provides quality spray paint, powder coating, and finishing services to the Virginia business and consumers. So check them out at propowderandpaint.com. That's Pro Powder and Paint Inc., the overall sponsor here of Integrity Racing League. Trevor Cameron, what's going on down there in the pits?
I just want to take a quick mention here that while we were under that caution there, the 18, the 88, the 7, the 36, the 13, and the 31 all came down for service, even though they had already actually been down for service not that long ago under those green flag stops. So they decided to make an extra stop and top up and get some more boots on there. So I wonder if let's see, that must put them in a fuel window, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, they should definitely be fine to go here. Working lap 92 of 125. So these guys are good to go to the rest. Well, to the checkered flag, I guess. If we get another caution later on in the race, I wouldn't be surprised to see some guys get some new tires. But we have had 11 lead changes tonight, 4 cautions on the evening. And, you know, these guys are, they know it's go time here, Trevor, so we might we might see some more action here. We may even see some more 3-wide racing like we were seeing earlier on in tonight's race, because it's go time.
Yeah, and as we're getting the one to go here, the looks like the one truck, the 66 and the 26, they're all taking the wave around to get back on the tail end of the lead lap. They were trapped there when the caution came out, but fortunately enough, the guys they were in right enough position that they, even though all the leaders did not come down pit road on that caution, they were in the proper position to get the wave around. So they're going to get back on the lead lap tail end there. So some good luck for those guys.
Yeah, and also the lucky dog there under this caution was Patrick Davis in that 3 truck. So he's now back on the lead lap. Have to see if he can make a run for the win here, as he's going to be restarting, I think, inside the top 10. So that worked out pretty well there for the Tide ride in the number 3 truck. So Matt Butha back in the race lead, where we've grown accustomed to seeing him. He's led 32 laps tonight, which is second most on the evening. Michael Doole has led 37 to lead all drivers currently in the race. Brad Patton restarting second to his outside. Matthew Wright going to restart third. Michael Doole restarting fourth. Jacob Fife having a nice bit of a rebound there from that earlier, I guess, segment in the race where he was like all over the place. So good to see him back up here, and we'll have to see if he can compete for the race lead. But the pace car is off. And let's see, here comes the 34. Nice restart once again. Brad Patton spins the tires just a hair, but the 34 gets away, taking a little trip down there through the apron.
Yeah, I just want to see what. Let's see if there's any traction down here on this dark stuff here as he goes by the stripe there. But nice clean getaway. Although the 13 is having the 18 pushing him up towards trying to get up to that lead.
Yeah, I tell you what, if we go to Daytona or Talladega anytime soon, I wouldn't be surprised to see these drivers working with that 18 truck, because he can push them.
Now, he's pushing him when he's not supposed to be pushing him, so I can't imagine what would happen when he's supposed to be. And man, he gets a run on the 13 and dives to the inside.
Yeah, and there goes the 34 back to the apron. These guys are getting at it. Boy, almost contact there between the 13 and the 18. Michael Bull going to take advantage of that. He looks to the inside now of the 13 truck. Four-way battle for the race. Lead contact again with the 88 and the 13 as they go down the back straightaway. And Jacob Fife is going to get all of this momentum. He's now in the picture here looking at the inside of the 13. New leader, Brad Patton.
Wow, and it's amazing. The 34 is just dropping back. Oh, we got the tide ride. The 3 is back around.
Yeah, boy, that was a tough break there for Patrick Davis. The 3 car going back around. They're still 3 wide, even though we're under caution, as they head into turn number 1 here. So tough break there for Patrick Wright, or not Wright. I don't know where I got that from. Anyways, Patrick Davis, who spins around here in the infield grass here on the front straightaway.
Yeah, he had just gotten that lucky dog, and we were talking about him, off the air about. We know that he is really strong at this track. So once he had actually gotten back on the lead lap by getting that lucky dog here, and within 30 laps to go, we kind of expected him to make a charge there, but it looks like he just kind of self-spun, got a little bit loose, and made some contact and got some damage on that number 10 tide. Or yeah,
yeah, there you go.
Not 10. Right. He's the 3.
It's the 3. So anyway, you're used to the old Ricky Rudd days, but
I know I took a trip through memory lane there all of a sudden.
So the 3 truck losing it. I tell you what, the 6 truck there. Just want to give a small shout out there to Bobby Keith. He did a pretty good job of trying to keep it off of the 3. I think he got a little bit of damage, not too much though, but he was right in the middle of the racetrack when the 3 truck lost it there. So and the 6 is going to bring it down pit road. Along with some of the guys running at the back of the pack right now. None of our leaders pitted under this caution. So I believe, Trevor, we're going to get an inside 25 laps to go restart here. So we're working lap 97 right now. It's going to be very close to 25 laps to go, that is. So who do you think, time to pull out that crystal ball, who do you think is going to win this here race?
Well, you know what? It'd be hard to go against Matt Busa there in that 34 truck. I want to make sure I pronounce his name properly there. But I don't know, that 18 truck, he's just willing to put it wherever it needs to be. So I think I got to go with the 18.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pick. I'm going to give my pick here in just a second. But first of all, I want to take a moment to tell you about HD Radio Network, which is home of ETV Live Radio. The HD Radio Network gives you a variety of stations to choose from, including big 80s metal, all HDR classics, all HDR country, and more. Take a pick and rock your brains out, dude. HD Radio Network stations are featured on iTunes Radio, TuneIn Radio, and also listed in the Windows Media Guide. Listen today from hdradionetwork.com, or take it with you and get the mobile app at tunein.com. Hey, one little plug, you can also listen to the iRacing Day radio show on the HD Radio Network.
That's a good place to find it. Or actually, you're about to give us your who you're going to be watching here as we get about to go back to green here shortly, Chad. So who are you watching?
Well, I was kind of watching the 18 as well, but since you took him, I guess I'll just have to settle for someone else. But
settle. That's probably not the right way to go about this, because they're not going to feel good about that at all.
No, but this guy has actually been very fast tonight. He's made a few charges to the front and even led some laps, but he's also spun out. So I think if you're fast and you just spin out, that means, or let me reverse this. If you spin out while running in the front of the field, you're probably pretty fast there. And I'm going to go with that 7 truck. Brendan Kohler, the defending race winner here in Kentucky, looking to see him in victory lane at the end of this one.
Right, and we had Papa Fife getting the lucky dog on this caution here, getting back on the lead lap by the looks of things in 14th position. One other thing I wanted to mention there is the fact that one thing that caution was good for, that quick caution, was this 26 and the 66 trucks, because they had taken the wave around on that last caution, and now they were able to actually come down and get fresh tires on those trucks there. So they're going to be towards the back, but they're going to have the freshest tires out there.
Yeah, good point there, Troy. We'll have to keep an eye on them, see if they can make a charge to the front here in the late stages.
All right. So we've, let's see, taken a little bit of reset here. Let's see, what do we have here at the front here? Looks like we got the 18 truck is leading, obviously, and followed by the 88 of Michael Duell. And
yeah,
the 34 of Matt Busa.
I see what you're doing there with that 18.
Well, you know what? You asked me to pick a truck, so I gotta, get some positive vibes out there and make sure that he knows that he's obviously out in the lead because I picked him.
Okay, well, we'll have to see if he can hang there in the race lead, but I believe Matt Busa hanging out in third place. Right now, Matthew Wright is in fourth, Jacob Fife is in fifth. That's your top five. Trevor, what's the rest of the top 10 looking like?
Well, let's see. We've got the 7 truck of Brandon Kohler in 6th position. 31, Jeff Barger, 7th. 69, we've been watching a lot this night, is Bruce Koenig is in 8th position. 9th is the number 1 of Cole Smith. Tripping over my own words here. And then in 10th position, we have the 66 of Brian Harvey with those fresh tires. And right behind him, the 26, Daniel Holloway with also fresh tires and on the lead lap.
And the report from down in the production booth, J.D. Webb, the cowboy, as he's known around these parts, has his money on that number 88. So we'll have to see if Michael Duell can get it done here in the late stages of the race. We're going to go back green with 26 to go, lap 100. When they come around here, the field is doubled up behind the pace car. And that pace car is going to take our favorite left-hand turn, the only left-hand turn that matters in the world of motorsports. So, well, unless we're on a road course, and he takes a right-hand turn, which is the only right-hand turn that matters.
Also, a quick mention here as well. The 3 truck has pulled off the track, and doesn't look like he's going to be continuing on in this race. So that's really unfortunate for Patrick Davis.
Yeah, that is definitely a shame for the Tide. Right. Also, Cole Smith at one truck, not track. 2 laps down early in the race, has recovered. So he is in position here to get a good run as the 18 Brad Patton. Big jump, 88 Michael Duell. Looks like he spun the tires, maybe even the 34 as well, but he was getting pushed by the 36. But man, I tell you what, Brad Patton is already in another zip code out there.
That is the best jump that we have seen tonight on that restart. He saved it all for that what may be the last start of the night, and he's got some nice fresh air out there as everybody else is in a wad behind him.
Boy, I tell you what, though, in the back, the 1 and the 6 both got really loose coming up 2. Both of them save it, no caution. We keep on going here. Trucking around there, 13 looking on the outside right now. I believe that's 36. Right in front of the 36, his teammate, and the exact same paint scheme. The 88, Michael Duell, looking underneath the 34 truck. So these two, the 88 and the 36, making a late charge here as well. 88 going to try and clear the 34. Looks like he's going to do it. So the 88 up into second. Gets a little bit of a nudge there from the 34.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like the 36 has any real space to himself right now. He's either on the inside or the outside of somebody's. They're almost going to be 3 wide there.
Yeah, that was looking like a 3 wide. Now the 7 had to check up. He almost ran into the back of the 13. That got pretty close there. Coming off of turn 4, but the 13 trying to battle hard against the 36. Michael Duell checking out from these guys. He's trying to hunt down that number 18 truck to try to take over the race lead.
Yeah, and without anybody around him there, and a little bit of sniff of draft from the 18, and a little bit of sniff from behind the 34, he's going to get there in no time at all, I bet.
Yeah, put the 13 truck will clear. Oh boy, that got a little bit close. 7 truck now making a move under the 13. Jacob Fife trying to make it 3 wide, enter the turn. Jacob Fife trying to get back down to the bottom. Got tired of being up there on that outside. Brendan Kohler going to work here on the 13. 13 gets a little bit loose. Looked like they're coming out of the turn. Now the 36 taking a dive to the inside. We're going to go 3 wide.
I don't know about this.
And I think he backs off just a little bit there. Jacob Fife getting up on the wheel here. Knows the laps are winding down. Coming to, and he pitches the 31 up there against the wall. That was almost bad. Almost runs into 69. Jacob Fife going all over the place.
Well, I tell you, if there's I think the Allstate Good Hands almost hit anybody out there on the track award goes to the 36 truck and Jacob Fife there. He is making almost contact with just about everybody out there.
Whew, a lot of close calls up here. He's making us nervous.
But the 69 truck is now on the inside. Oh, except for he gets a little bit loose while the 31 was on his tail. Now the 31's going to take a look around and make it around the 69 and set his sights on that 36 truck.
Up front, battle for the race lead. 88 truck Michael Dole dives to the inside of the 18 Brad Patton. JD's pick trying to go to the race lead here as they come off two side by side down the back straightaway.
Well, that right there is two trucks that are going to give each other respect, but they're not going to give each other more than they have to as amount of room there, as the 88 does make the pass as the 18 slides into second position there. New leader, 88, Michael Duell.
Tell you what, 34, Matt Busa coming up right here behind Brad Patton. He's going to have to get around, make quick work of that 18 if he wants a shot at the 88 of Michael Duell, because tell you what, Michael Duell, he's on a mission. He's trying to win this race here tonight. But I tell you what, Brad Patton, though, hanging right there with him, so don't count out Trevor's pick there. That 18 truck hanging strong.
Wow, these guys, you can fit a blanket over the top three trucks here as man, these guys are doing some close racing, and the 13 is loving these guys making moves on each other, because each time they make a move, he gets a little bit closer, bringing the 7 and the 36 behind him.
Yeah, we're going to have a 6-truck battle for the race lead. Not too long if these guys keep up the battling here up front. As working lap 107, getting down to crunch time. Boy, the 34 all over the back of the 18. He's trying to bump draft a little bit there. Going to dive to the inside. Trying to make a move here on Brad Patton. And Brad Patton, they're going to fight strong, try to pitch him down, get that 34 a little bit loose. Works for a little bit there, but the 34 still draws even as they come down to the line. And that was basically a tie at the line. I think Brad Patton got him just by a whisker.
A whisker, eh?
A whisker.
And I tell you, the 34 truck loves to go down on that the apron there as they go back. Whoa, the 34 gets a little bit loose there. Holy smokes, and that is going to give Brad Patton that second position solely to himself as the 13 looks on the outside of the 34 as the 7 tucks right in there.
Oh,
and the 34 disappears.
Yeah, Matt Busa lost. Had some electrical issues. 3 wide, though, behind him. Jacob Fife making more bold moves. Goes to the apron to pass the 7. And now the 7 going to look back to the inside. We're just going to keep playing 3 wide here.
Well, I mean, you're within 20 to go here. It is time to make your moves. And these guys are doing it.
I tell you what, though, guy who is loving it in his rear view mirror, that 88 truck, Michael Dole, putting a little... Oh,
36 gets loose.
Yeah, Jacob 5 got really loose. There is so much going on here, Trevor. We almost need 15 broadcasters up here to cover it all.
I tell you, the 69 goes to the inside of Jacob Fife because he has momentum, and he gets a little bit loose as he hits the apron and manages to get it under control, and he's going to fall in line behind the 31 truck of Jeff Barger.
Whew. Well, I got to take my breath here, take a moment and catch my breath, rather. But
I tell you, man.
Things have settled down just a little bit back up front now. Little Lawson showing you the replay here. That 36 truck getting really loose there a moment ago. So the 18, Brad Patton, trying to do what he can to run down the 88.
And the 18, and now that they've stopped fighting with each other on a constant basis there, they are chasing down that leader, and he's not going to have too many more laps before he has people dive into the inside of him. I'd say about half a lap before that happens.
Oh, Brad Patton got a little bit loose there coming out of turn 4, though, as the 7 truck now battle here for the 4th spot. He is trying to work on the 13, took a small look to the inside there, but not gonna force the issue just yet. But I tell you what here, Trevor, 18 and 34 closing in here on the 88, working lap 112. Just a little over 10 to go. We might have ourselves a race here at the end.
Yeah, I'd imagine that. I'm going to go with looking in my crystal ball here, and I'm going to imagine that at some point in time we're going to have the 88, the 18, and the 34 all 3 wide as they try to pass each other all at the same time. I bet you that's going to happen in about 5 laps from now.
And I tell you what, the 7 truck moving into 4th gets around the 13 as they went down the front straightaway there. So Brendan Kohler, if those guys go 3 wide, he might be in the catbird spot.
Yeah, and that could all play into it. I mean, you guys, these guys get up there and get a little bit loose, and then all of a sudden the 7 trucks are like, all right, you guys just spin off to the infield. I'm just going to sail on through here, but we're going to have to see how this plays out, but I'm pretty sure that we have not seen the last challenge for the lead yet tonight.
Oh, there goes the 34, back to his favorite position or spot on the racetrack. The apron, making a dive there on the 18. Brad Patton, 34 truck, going to try it again here. Last time these two battled for a couple laps, the 34 got a little bit loose, had to back out of it, so trying it here again. Got to make quick work. Don't want that 88 to get too far out in front and lose all that valuable time that is slipping. I tell you what, Brad Patton, though, he is tough up there on that outside, making it hard for Matt to get around him.
Oh, and right behind those guys, the 7 truck just coming off of turn 4 there, got a little bit squirrely right in front of the 13, but kept her going in the right direction. The 13 gained a little bit of distance, as now we have 4 trucks fighting for second position, and the 88 laughing it up.
Oh yeah, that 88 loves what he's looking at in his mirror. As now the 7 dives to the bottom of the 18. There for a quick second I thought he might try to make it 3 wide, and my heart was probably going to stop if he did that. So, man, Brad Patton, Matt Busa putting on a show here. Busa back to the apron. This is going to be close.
Ooh, I am waiting for him to come off that apron and just get a little bit sideways. Caution on the track.
Caution on the racetrack here. That is going to change everything, Trevor. As it looked like we had a bit of a crash here on the front straightaway. Not sure who was involved. We'll have to see if we can figure that out, though. And see if we can figure out what's going on here with the caution.
I saw the 94 slow and getting up off the track, so I think the 94 of Alan Roll spun out and came back up on the track.
He did on the back straightaway. Looks like he just lost it all by himself here coming out of turn 2. And was fairly low on the racetrack, kind of bounced it off the inside wall a couple of times there on the back straightaway. And actually bounced it off several more times down there on the back straightaway. So Alan Roll, the reason here for the caution. And Trevor, this is going to set up a thrilling finish.
Yeah, most definitely. This is we are going to be able to go back to green here. We have enough laps left in this race that we're going to see the green flag once again for a final few lap shootout, and these guys are going to be all packed up once again. And I think whoever wins that race between the 88 and the 18 off the start-finish line as soon as we go green is going to be the winner of this race.
Yeah, so this is going to be a very interesting restart here. Very curious to see what happens here. Michael Dole is the race leader. Brad Patton is in second. Do not anticipate any of the leaders to pit here. Does not look like anyone is, well, and no, not going to happen. So,
except we have the 34, the 7, the 13.
Yeah, so we've got some guys pitting here, but real quickly we're going to dial up the race leader, Michael Dole, on the radio. Michael, out front, inside 10 to go. Can you hang on and get the victory?
Well, I'd like to think so. We'll, I got a fast track. We'll have to see how many of these cars I can hold off with new tires back there in the field a little bit.
You've been doing a good job here of holding off some of these drivers tonight. You've led a race-high 50 laps, been pretty dominant. Points leader coming into tonight. Anyone you want to give a quick shout-out for while we're here on the air?
Yeah, just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight for the good racing here. And come check us out if you guys are looking for a good league. And thank our new sponsor, Buttkicker, for picking us up for the rest of the year. Hopefully we'll get us a win.
All right, we'll go out there and have a butt-kicking time as you try and take the checkered flag from that flagman here at the end of the race.
All right, thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jewell joined us up, well, I guess he didn't join us up here. He's still in his truck driving.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be very hard. So, but Michael Jewell, appreciate him stopping by there on the radio and giving a quick chat for us there. And like you said, Buttkicker, he gave a quick mention there. Go ahead and do a quick plug for them, new sponsor there of the Integrity Racing League for the Rookie of the Year award. So, what is Buttkicker, you ask? Well, it's sponsoring the Integrity Racing League Rookie of the Year award. The Buttkicker Gamer 2 lets you feel all the action from your games and simulators. Feel the gut-wrenching punch of a machine gun fire, the pounding of chopper blades, explosion, rumble strips, and more. Turn down or turn off your subwoofer and still feel all the bass. Movies, video games, and music come to life even while using those headphones. Give your game some realism. It's a silent subwoofer that lets you feel the explosions, crashes, and all the special effects of everything that you enjoy. Buttkicker Gamer 2. Get it now at thebuttkicker.com.
Well, we've had interesting to see some of our leaders came down pit road here on that caution with so few laps left. We know there is a bit of a difference, but I'm amazed, that some of these guys came down and are going to make that move. I mean, some of the faster guys too.
Yeah, looked like third, fourth, and fifth. Some of those guys up there came down the pit road there, so they're going to be restarting a few positions back. Matt Buse came out in 8th place. Brendan Kohler came out in 7th, so we'll have to keep an eye here, see what happens. Got the 69 truck back up there, though. He's been fast all night. Also a little bit of cleanup work down there. The 63 Jim Fife entered at almost 60 miles an hour at the commitment cone coming into the pit. That will get you a speeding ticket here in the iRacing world, so he'll have to drop back to the rear of the field.
Yeah, lights are still on. The pace car should be off this time around, I would imagine. So we're going to be getting ready to get going with what? That'll make it 5 laps to go?
Yeah, when we go back green, it will be 5 to go.
I saw Jacob Fife there dropping back a bit. I'm not sure if he had a penalty or not as well. I don't know if Papa and son decided to speed down pit road together as some sort of demonstration sport. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure what happened there either. Let's take a quick look here, and yeah, it does look like the 36 was actually the one that was speeding rather than his father. So yeah, Jacob Fife going about 57 as he entered pit road.
So apologies to Papa Fife, who is now actually in 12th position with Jacob back in 14th. So good on Jim. Sorry for saying you were speeding, because you obviously weren't. I mean, come on, you're a respectful gentleman. You're not going to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, the much older and wiser Jim Fife would not do anything like that, would he?
So we're getting ready to go back to green here. It'll be interesting to see if those guys with the fresher tires there, we have, the 34 and the 7 are back there. And I think Matthew Wright, the 13, I can't remember if you had mentioned that or not, Chad. I think he came down pit road too.
I do not believe that I did mention that, so that's a good call there, Trevor. We're going to keep all the fans informed. See, you're a pit reporter at heart.
So this should be interesting. Like I said, we're pretty much down to the point where next flag's going to end it. If there's another caution here, I doubt they'll be able to clean up the track quick enough to get these guys going again. So kind of checkers or wreckers sort of situation here with 5 laps to go as we're about to hit the green flag here.
And hopefully we have the checkers part in that, not the wreckers. I know that none of these guys want to wreck. Michael Dole, though, jumping, and he gets a fantastic start. A couple of guys kind of spin the tires, but Brad Patton, he gets an excellent restart as well. The 1 truck back there pushing the 31. And the 31 takes a little bit of a block there on the 1 truck. 1 truck wisely backs out of it there to avoid causing a crash. Everyone, though, even though they're 3 wide and almost 4 wide, they are 4 wide. Oh, Brad Patton gets loose from 2nd. Oh, this is going to be bad.
Yikes. Yeah, the 18 got really loose there and had to gather it back up, and the entire field came and just swallowed the 7 is hard into the wall.
Yeah, big time crash there with the 7. Caution is out, and that is going to end the race here. Oh, with the 34. Oh, boy, how did he not crash right there? Man, unbelievable. So the 88, Michael Dole, man, we just talked to him there on the radio, and you heard it right here on ETV Live. He's gonna, if he can, well, provided that he can make it these last 3 laps here without any kind of weird failures, we should see that 88 truck pull here into victory lane. And we're gonna see the 7 truck take a ride to the infield care center after that hard crash.
Yeah, that was a hard look into that outside wall. It looks like he just lost it and just turned right into that wall, as if he had some sort of hatred for that wall and said, you know what, I'm going to get you.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it, but Michael Dole, currently the race leader, Bruce Koenig is in second place right now in the 61. Jeff Barger up there in the 31 into third. And the one machine, Cole Smith, first time out here in the Integrity Racing League, and it looks like he's going to come home with a fourth place finish. And the 34 truck going to rebound to fifth place.
Yeah, actually taking a look back there, Chad, I noticed that just before the 7 took his turn into the wall, he got right into the side of the 13, and I think that got him a little bit loose, and as he was trying to correct it and gather it back up, that's what caused that hard right turn into that wall. So a little bit of contact to the 13 is what sent the 7 in. I don't think there was any harm or foul on either of them, just some close racing, and just couldn't quite collect it in time to keep it off the wall, and the 7 truck took that hard trip into that wall.
Yeah, that never the size of hit that you want to see out here in the racing world. Some heavy licks have been taken throughout the career here of some of these drivers. So good to see the 7 walk away. But right now, 3 laps to go. Still under the pace laps. Do not anticipate a restart, which I do believe that Michael Dole is going to walk away with the victory here.
Yeah, I guess we called it out, and that'll end the race, but we're going to have to see. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get started here again, but I suppose we shouldn't be counting our chickens before they hatch or our flags before they fly.
Yeah, but, leave it to the announcers to do something like that and get all the Michael Dole fans out there all excited, and then we go back green and we ruin their excitement level if, for some reason he lost the lead in the one-lap shooter or not, but coming to 2 to go right now, I would think that the race will end. Pace lights are still on top of the race car, so I do believe that means that the race will end here under caution, because they would have gone off there otherwise. And Brad Patton taking a trip back up to the front. Guess he was congratulating the 88. Not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, not sure. I don't think there was anything that he'd be too upset about. I think him and the 88 had a nice run there. He got a little bit loose and lost those positions. Unfortunately for Brad and that 18 to lose those positions at the end there. But we mentioned that that was the story we were following all the way through this race, was the fact that these trucks were so loose, and even the guys who were fast and dominating tonight still had to be aware that could come up and bite them at any point in time.
Yeah, just checking out here, Trevor's. The 26 drives up here next to the 88 to say congratulations. The 34 truck is kind of stuck on the outside wall there. Not sure if he's trying to straighten out the truck or what he's doing, but he's just kind of hanging out up there with the wall, so not sure what's going on there. But also wanted to mention that what was it? Cole Smith there, a solid run there for him. First time out here in the Integrity Racing League, getting a good 4th place finish out here.
Yeah, that's a great on Cole. I mean, like, he came out here, first time in the league, ended up having a problem right out of the gate, and having to use that reset right at the beginning, and ended up having to get a lucky dog to get back on the lead lap, and kept his composure and ended up with an awesome finish. So great job by Cole Smith in that one truck.
White flag is out. Sorry, I tried to make that more exciting than it probably is. But white flag out here last lap, so we will not be going back to green, which is what we anticipated. So if the 88 truck can make it around one more time, he's going to take the victory. 34 continuing to drive against the wall here. So, I don't know, maybe he's bored.
Well, I mean, he spent so much time down there on the apron, as we mentioned during the race there. He just wants to see what life's like on the other side, or maybe he wants to go yell at it for hitting the 7 truck so hard. Maybe maybe it's a Jimmy Johnson situation where it's like, hey, you know what? If you finish well, I want you to go out and smash that wall a few times. So.
And just speaking of smashing walls, I think we kind of put the announcer's jink there on our picks there, Trevor. your pick, the Brad Patton there, got loose there in the last couple of laps and went all the way back to 8th place. And my pick decided to tear down the wall. So we're going to have to be careful who we choose moving forward.
Yeah, but JD was in the cushy, air-conditioned broadcast booth or the production booth down there. He managed to pick the winner in that '88 truck. He doesn't have to be concentrating as much as we are on all the action, so he was able to get out his abacus and figure who the winner is going to be. So as we're about to hit the start-finish line for the last time and officially give this win over to the '88 of Michael Duell.
And a very well-deserved win there. He's going to lead 58 laps when it's all said and done here. This will be the 58th lap that he's going to lead right there. So Michael Duell takes
You're very excited about that, Chad.
I know. Michael Duell takes the victory in that number 88 truck. So tell you what, he had the most laps led. Definitely had a great truck under him here tonight at the Kentucky Speedway. And hey, he's the points leader coming into tonight's race. So Michael Duell already picking up, I believe, 4 wins, or maybe 3 wins here on the season thus far. So that will be another win in the bag for the 88 truck. Michael Duell getting a little bit of a love tap. Still pushing out there is Brad Patton doing his job. So congratulations to
well, you want to make sure that you don't let the guys down. He's been pushing everybody all night, so yeah, might as well keep going with that.
Yeah, and tonight is the 4th win there for Michael Duell, just to make sure that we get that right. Is him and his teammate going to burn it down here on the front straightaway? And looks like, never mind, just going to be the 88. So,
It's like you're looking in your crystal ball, but it's all cracked and confused.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Get the final commercials in for the night. We're going to come back here with your post-race show and interviews with the top 3 finishers here tonight at the Kentucky Speedway. So don't go anywhere. Post-race show coming up next.
Plus other listeners where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and unplugged rock and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks, HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kentucky Speedway, where we saw a fantastic race here tonight, with some hard racing there at the end, and we have caught up with our top 3 finishers here at the post-race show for the Integrity Racing League. And I'm staying down here with our 3rd place finisher, driving that 31 truck. And Jeff, you had a pretty strong run here tonight. Kept it clean for the most part. Started back there in 8th spot, wound up 3rd. Tell us about your night.
It's a good night. I'd like to thank Integrity and our new sponsor that come along, Buttkicker. I'd like to thank them for tagging along with us and sponsoring. Should be great having them aboard. The last restart there, I was real nervous on that one. I didn't know what to expect. I was on old tires, and I knew that the people behind me had fresh ones. And I believe it was, who was it there? I can't remember who it was. Cole Smith was behind me, and I knew that he was the only other one that had old tires, so I had to hold him off, and luckily a caution come out, and I was actually praying for it, believe it or not.
Well, hey, prayer was answered there, so good solid run there for 3rd. I know you already mentioned a couple of people you wanted to thank, but who else you want to thank there for the effort for the 31 team?
The Jolly Rancher crew. You got to love them. Green apple all the way.
All right, folks, get you some Jolly Ranchers. You heard it right there from our 3rd place finisher tonight. So good run there for Jeff, and I believe Trevor is caught up with Bruce, who finished in second tonight.
Yeah, great run by you tonight there in that 69 truck there, Bruce. Big congratulations on that. I notice on the board you have one incident point, and I know exactly where that came from because we were watching as you were avoiding a wreck in front of you, and you decided that the grass in the access road was a good place to go. Did that look as bad as that as it looked from up here in the booth?
Yeah, that was a little dangerous, and plus I'm on probation, so got to keep those incident points to a minimum because I get suspended. I came back up on the track just hoping nobody run me over. Thank God they didn't.
Yeah, that was some amazing driving. Trust me, I was up here cheering you on as you were going through there. But you led 7 laps tonight, there, Bruce. I mean, you recovered nicely from falling back a few times there, and you had a good run. So, how did it look like from behind the wheel there tonight?
Well, I was kind of surprised myself, really. I mean, to be able to run up front there with those guys was awesome, and that them pitting at the end really helped me out. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have finished as well as I did, and I was banking on that caution, just like Jeff. Hoping all those guys on fresh tires would run over a couple of the other guys. I didn't really see what happened, but I'm assuming something like that might have happened, or actually, Brad spun out in front of us. That caused the rest of the field to wreck, but that really helped me out, and all in all, it was a great race, and I'm happy to finish second.
Yeah, well, definitely. Congratulations, Bruce. Did that 69 truck proud there. So, who makes it happen for you behind the wall there in the sponsors?
Well, South Park Comedy Central Truck, and you guys, ETV, thank you, and Integrity Racing League, and Buttkicker.com.
All right, congratulations, Bruce, on that nice second place finish, and I believe Chad's up there with our winner, the 88 Michael Duell.
Yeah, ran down here to Victory Circle. Always good to be down here celebrating with the winner, and of course, that was the 88 Michael Duell, who led the most laps tonight with 58. Michael, we interviewed you there, the closing laps of the race, asking you if you could hold on. Now you did. So what are you going to do now?
Oh, thank God for cautions. My God, that was stressful. Ugh. Yeah, it was a good race. I didn't really think I'd be a winner. I think I had a top 5 truck. Really, I'm really focused on just trying to beat Jacob there in the 36, trying to get some points on him. So yeah, I was definitely surprised. I'm way surprised that Busa wasn't up here in the top 5 at the end there, and then that last caution came out, just kind of sealed it. So it was a great night.
Well, it absolutely was a good night, and you did get your teammate there at the end there on the standings. Jacob 5 coming home tonight in 12th, so gained a good portion, or a good amount, I guess, of points on him, so definitely doing a good job there. So, Michael, who makes it happen there for the 88 truck, putting this thing in Victory Circle tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for watching tonight. It was a really good race, really surprised on the turnout. Thank everybody for coming out and having a good time with us tonight. Thank all my sponsors, IntegrityRacingLeague.net, and our new sponsor, Buttkicker. Everybody go to thebuttkicker.com and enter coupon code IRL10. They'll get some money off on their products there. That's always a good thing. And finally, just want to thank ATV for putting on another great show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is your race winner tonight. Michael picking up his 4th victory here on the season. So big congratulations to him and the entire 88 crew. Trevor, before we head out here, any final thoughts from you on tonight's race at Kentucky?
Well, we saw basically what we were kind of expecting here. We had a lot of self spins from these guys getting a little bit loose. Some bad luck by some of the guys who were faster earlier on. I mean, Brad Patton there got loose at the end. He had led 17 laps during that race and was looking really strong, and ended up with actually the fastest lap of the race of a 32.028, and just unfortunately it fell apart for him at the end, and that was unfortunate. But a good race by these guys, some excitement for sure, and some nice close racing. So it was a good night for sure.
Absolutely, and you know what? Check us out here next time that we are up in the broadcast booth with the Integrity Racing League. Always a great night of racing when we come out here to watch these guys. And our next broadcast race, if I'm not mistaken, will be July 27th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 85 laps. So we go from a 0.75 mile track last week to a 1.5 mile this week to our next broadcast race with a 2.5 mile there in Indianapolis. So going all over the place with a good variety of tracks. So looking forward to seeing everyone back there for the race at Indianapolis. And I believe that'll do it for tonight. For myself, Chad Dalton, Trevor Cameron, Laura Lawson up there in the production booth doing a great job pushing all the buttons. JD Webb helping out as well. We'll see everyone next time at Indianapolis. Have a awesome night, everybody, and so long from Kentucky Speedway.